So, it's a good day when I'm able to go outside and clean up my irises. These are diseased leaves, so what I did was I cut the leaf off of the stalk because I do not want the fungi to get into the stalk. Generally, it would start like at the top of the stalk of your iris. So it will come from the top and then it will have like diseases going down towards the bottom. So while the plant is still healthy and the leaves is still healthy, you want to cut them out because it will not hurt your plant. But if you let it go all the way to the stalk of your plant, then what's going to happen is that your rhizome will be diseased and it will get sick. So what you want to do is you want to use a pruner and just prune off the top part of the irises. That way it will not infect the rhizomes. As you can see, the top part is very unhealthy and full of fungi, but at the bottom of the rhizome is still this part here where the rhizomes are, it's still very healthy. So you want to catch it and cut it out so that way you don't have any disease going into your main rhizome. At the end of the day, your job is to take care of the rhizomes so they are going to grow stronger. Now I did notice that there are some of my rhizome that has been buried so deep that it's gonna be rotting. So I've dug this up right here, sorry. So this is a mother's rhizome and it has like 2 increases on the side, but what happened is that it's been in the pot and it's been over watered, because generally when I grow my irises in a pot like so, I have like some water at the base or a water catcher at the base, because I only water my rhizomes and my irises and my plants once or twice a week. So when it gets to a point where it catches the water and it goes, so that means that the rhizome is actually affected by the water that's being catched. So you always have to be very diligent with your irises. So I have to right away after this plant that's done blooming, that I cut everything off and I took the rhizome out. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna dry it, and because it has 2 little increases on both sides, I'm gonna put it I'm gonna grow it again, just so that way I can save and nurture the baby plant. This one also, as you can see that I just dig them out and the size of the rhizome is about my finger. It's not very healthy, I should say, but I had to dig this one out. It hasn't bloomed yet. Same reason goes that it was overwatering and the tray has catch so much water for me, which helped with the waters, with saving the water, but at the end of the day, it does causes a lot of rotting to the irises. So if you see this around in your iris bed, please remove the leaves. That way it will help your iris rhizome to grow bigger. So what I'm gonna do is that there has been so many people asking to buy or asking to send me money for the shipping of the yellow and the purple irises. I'm gonna try to, with all my effort, I'm still a little bit sick. I'm going to go ahead and try to dig some of them out because I do not want to hold on to people's money. Even though I only asked for $15, I do not want to hold on to other people's money and not follow through. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna slowly thinning my irises out, and because the plan was for me to dig them out in July would be the perfect time. The reason for that is that you have to stop watering your irises for like a week or 2 to let them go into dormant, and then it preparing them for the winter. But by digging them up now, which means that they're still they're the irises is still in a processing of growing, and it's not only that the rhizome is going to be small, but it's actually not going to be as healthy as it was where they are just supposed to be going dormant. But I hope that the person I'm sending this to, please make sure to put them in the pot as soon as you receive them and baby them, so that way you can ensure that they grow healthy for you. And as you can see, I haven't gone to the garden for a while now. The only time I go is just look at the irises blooming and go back inside. So I have a bunch of weeding to do and I'm still sick. So basically what I'm trying to say is I'm going to send out some irises to the people who had put in to order some iris from me. And I'm going to have to put in like these tiny ones. And I'm going to put in like 2 or 3 or 4 irises in a package, so that way you can make sure that if one die, the other one survive for you, because I hate to send you something and it wouldn't make it for you. It's just a waste of my time, a waste of your money, and I don't want that. So generally I try to send out 3 to 4 rhizomes in a package, so that way you have enough for you to actually let them grow and enjoy. Another thing is, if you were to actually buy them from like Shriners or from Mid-America, you get like 1 free rhizome, but you have to spend a certain amount, which I do have an order coming in. It is very expensive to buy the irises from the grower, but at the end of the day, you're helping the farm out. And if you really love irises, you want to make sure to give feedback and also to order from the farmers, because at the end of the day, that's their main job, and that they are utilizing their lands and time and effort to grow this. So I am not trying to sell you cheap irises. Basically, I'm trying to just share and let you enjoy the beauty of irises for a cheaper price. And I'm not trying to take away businesses from other growers or from the farms, because at the end of the day, that's not my intention. My intention is to have fun with the plant and to enjoy its beauty, because I enjoy having flowers in my garden, and I'm sure you do the same. So basically, try to, if you can afford it, buy it from the grower, or you can wait until I have enough to share. I do have a lot. I don't have a big garden, so I do need to thin out my irises for my new ones, because at the end of the day, I like to support the gardeners and the grower, and I normally would order irises from them on an annual basis. Not a lot, 100 here, 200 there, but at the end of the day, that's, for me, it's like a donation, and I don't mind doing that. So I have plenty of irises to share, but at the same time, I encourage that if you can support the grower, the farmers, please do so, because at the end of the day, they work hard and their rhizomes are very strong, and basically give them business, because we need to keep them hybridizing and keep them going to motivate them. So I'm gonna end here. Thank you so much to those who has been praying for me, wishing me better health and back to my normal self. I really do appreciate that. I have comment messages, and I have people messaging me asking me if I'm doing okay or something like that, and that's very special, because it shows that you guys care and you barely know who I am, and that's very special to me, and thank you. So please continue to do that for not only for the people around you, but for the friends and relatives that you know, because you never know who is going through a hard time and who needs your prayer and who needs your sincere, you know, asking them if they're doing well or whatnot, because at the end of the day, we are all human, no matter what races we are or what country we were born in or what color of our skin. We all bleeds red. And so by the love of Iris and by the love of everything else, flowers, I do find a wonderful group of people here on this group, and I really appreciate all the prayer, all the reaching out to me. It means a lot. So continue to do so. I encourage that not only for myself, but for my son as well. Thank you so much. Take care. I hope this helped. I'm going to get back cleaning out my garden because I do have a lot to do. So I will not be on Facebook throughout the day. I have been getting a lot of messages and a lot of comments and a lot of messenger inboxes, which I have been not been able to really communicate because I do work a full-time job. I do have a family I need to upkeep, and I do have a bunch of chores. Therefore, if I don't respond back or if I don't press a like to your comment, I'm sorry, but I try to respond to as much as I can throughout the day whenever I have a chance. Generally, if I respond, that means I'm doing something personally for myself, and so I have time to look at my phone. And with that being said, have a wonderful Mother's Day. Take care, stay safe, continue to be generous, continue to be kind, because we are all human.